Good morning. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday, the 26th of April. The month is almost coming to a close. Oh my goodness. Okay, so some weight loss talk today. I talked about yesterday how I'm doing a diet bet and it starts on May 1st, right? Like I'm hosting a diet bet. Link down below if you guys are interested in joining me. I think it'll be fun. It'll be motivating. And I think it's going to be so motivating, in fact, that I actually also joined a different diet bet that starts today. So the difference is only like 5 days. Which is fine, and it's the one sponsored by Jillian Michaels. So she's getting paid to do it, whatever. The pot is very large. And it's a $30 buy-in, so I bought in, I weighed in yesterday, and I was like, you know, the week difference isn't going to make a huge difference because I have to lose the weight for mine anyway. So, excuse me, this will encourage me to get a jump start on things, and it will encourage me to behave at a wedding weekend in Texas that I have to go to at the end of May, because the weigh-in for the Jillian Michaels one will be right after that wedding. So usually I'm like, well, that's poor planning, but I decided to go for it anyway. So I currently have $55 invested in 2 different diet bets, mine and Jillian Michaels. So I did that, which is great. I weighed in, everything got approved, done and done. And I'm also trying something a little crazy today. I'm only gonna eat when I'm hungry. As opposed to whatever time it is. You know, I'm always like, oh, gotta get up, I do my thing, then I eat breakfast, then I do, you know. I'm going to eat when I'm hungry, and if I'm not hungry for lunch until 2, fine. Or if I'm hungry for lunch at 11, fine. Fascinating, right? What an interesting concept of eating based on your hunger signals instead of what time it is on the clock. So, that being said, I am hungry enough for breakfast, so I have made my breakfast. And hooray for having Canadian bacon again. So this is going to be a 3 Smart Point sandwich. All I pay for is the light English muffin. Fat-free, Kraft single, 0 points. 1 piece of the Jones Canadian bacon, 0 point, or did I say 1 point? 0 points, 0 points. 5 tablespoons of egg whites, 0 points. So it's 3 points for that sandwich, 0 points for the fruit. And I'm also busy downing this lemon water that I made yesterday. Fun fact, if you leave the lemons in there too long, it gets a little bit bitter. But I'm drinking it anyway because that is 32 ounces of detoxifying, or not detoxifying, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, let's use the word detoxifying because I don't have a better one right now. Goodness. So I'm pounding that. I've got some coffee, which will be another point. So 4 points for my breakfast. I'm super stoked. I also upped my Fitbit goal because with this diet bet, I'm going to need to work a little bit harder. So I went from 10,500 steps as my goal to 12,000 steps as my goal. So it's an extra 1,500, which is a lot and not a lot all at the same time. But I gotta get this moving. I gotta get this weight loss thing and back on track thing going, seriously. So it's almost summer. It's almost summer. It's almost multiple vacation times. I'm going to Texas. I'm going to Florida. And, well, I guess those are the only 2 more immediate vacations. But I want to get all the weight gone because in October, I'm going to another wedding in North Carolina. And then in December, my husband and I are going on a Caribbean cruise. So I want to be like, tip-top shape for that sucker. So the time to start is now. Happy hump day. Lunch is some leftover chili that has finally thawed. This is 1.5 cups, and it is 6 Smart Points. It's chili that I have made. So, and a little bit of cheese on there is 0 points. I just add cheese for a little bit more texture. It's dinner time, and this, you know, kind of messy but eclectic looking thing is my dinner. This is the Trader Joe's creamy tomato soup. It's actually just over a cup of it. It's like 1 centimeters. And considering the fact that I have had fat-free cheese on for 3 meals today, I'm counting, this is just like a pinch, like that's what it is. Nothing is mixed in or anything. But because I've had fat-free cheese 3 times today, little bits in each, I'm counting it for an extra point between that and the little bit of extra soup that's in there. So I'm counting this as 5 points instead of 4, just to be on the safe side. And then this plate is going to cost me a whopping 1 point. How, you might ask? This is a Trader Joe's Mahi Filet. They're found in the frozen food section, and they are fantastic. I really, really enjoy them. Definitely worth the splurge. I can't remember if they're somewhere between $6 and $8 for 2 fillets. So delicious, so worth it. In my opinion, anyway. And this is just steamed broccoli, and everything is covered in, you guessed it, everything but the bagel sesame seasoning blend. I have no idea how this is going to taste on vegetables or fish, but I figured I'd give it a try. I'll throw garlic powder on my vegetables with a little bit of spray butter, I can't believe it's not butter stuff. And I usually use the Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute on there, but it's been everything bagel seasoning has been making everything taste so yum, everything savory, that I decided why not? I gave it a try, so we'll see how that goes. So grand total for all of this is only 6 smart points, which is amazing. And I think, I'm opening my Weight Watchers app here, I'm in pretty good standing for the day thus far. Let's see. All right, so I have 9 points left. I have not tracked my coffee, so let's say that's 8 points. I had a chocolate covered peep as a mid-afternoon dessert for 5 points. My chili was 6 points. That's what I had for lunch with cheese on it, the chili. So lunch was 11 points, so that's 15 plus the extra 1 is 16. Plus that is 17 plus the additional 5, which is what I have to track. And then I actually pre-tracked some Halo Top for later tonight at 5 points. So I am in the dark. I need to add 6 points to this, 1 for the coffee and 5 for the soup. So I still have 3 points left for the day, and dessert is already tracked. Not too shabby, my friends. Why, hello there, friends. It is late. It's like almost 11 o'clock, I think. Yeah, almost 11 o'clock. It's been a day, let me tell you. So you've seen most of what I've eaten today. I did not go to the gym, but I got all of my steps in because I took little Miss Gracie for not 1, but 2 walks today. And I actually ended up going over to my parents' house because they live in like a subdivision as opposed to a little downtown city area. And I've decided that, 1 walk a day of trying to prevent Gracie from sprinting out into the busy streets was like, she's wearing a harness and stuff that stops her, but that doesn't mean she doesn't do it. And I just have this fear of like the one time that little stupid chain that her little 5-pound body won't break, but like I have this fear that it will. That's all I need, right, before she's trained. So I went over to my parents' house so I could walk around my old neighborhood. Because I know that place super well, and there's a lot less traffic, if any at all. I think we had to wait for 1 car to pass our whole walk. No stoplights, no nothing. Walked through the park that I went to as a kid all the time. It was good. It was a good walk. Although a lot more distraction. There's a lot more grass in a suburban subdivision than in a downtown scene, and man, was she distracted by that. And so many things to smell. And then she would run through my parents' front yard. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Anyway, so I went over to my parents' house, mainly because I was tired of working here. I've been waiting for this rain that's supposed to just come and dump on us. It's not here yet. At least I don't think. I figure I would have heard it by now. I haven't heard the rain. A couple times today I was like, oh crap, it looks like it's just the heavens are going to open. And that's what prevented me from going to the gym the first time. And then, and the heavens never opened. Spoiler alert. So I was waiting for nothing because I hate driving in the rain due to a traumatic experience I had about 5 years ago. So, yeah, hate driving in the rain. 5 years ago? Wow. Almost 6 years ago. Anyway, yeah, long story short, I almost died driving home in a storm once. In 2011. So needless to say, I don't like driving in the rain, and if it's really coming down, like I still feel myself having like a panic attack about it. It's so with how gloomy the sky went, I'm like, all right, maybe I'm not going to the gym. I'm glad Gracie and I went for a walk. And then later my motivation just disappeared to go to the gym because it was so late in the afternoon. I'm definitely an early workout person. Like, I do not like working out later in the afternoon or in the evening. I don't know why that bothers me. One of the reasons I know for sure is that there's a lot more people after work hours at the gym, and I hate a crowded gym. I just hate it. Lame excuse probably, but I want my space. I don't want to feel cramped. I don't want anybody on machines next to me. No. So I really try very hard to be done with the gym at the latest, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, so I've been hanging out here, and then I did some blog work after Gracie and I went over to Walgreens to pick up my husband's prescriptions. It was a good walk. Like, I came home from that walk with 6,000 steps, which is half of my new goal. And then I did some blog work. I got 2 videos uploaded. I'm sure you guys noticed, but it was a 2 video upload day. One vlog, and then I uploaded my 5 unexpected things that help you lose weight video, which is one of the videos that I filmed yesterday. So if you guys haven't seen that, I will throw it up there for you so you can click on that and go take a look, or it will be down below as well. And then I got on this whole thing about wanting to research prices for house cleaners, to have a house cleaner come every once in a while. I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk my husband into it. I would really love to, because it would save us both a lot of trouble. But we had one company come out and do a free estimate today, which happened at like 3:30. So then I couldn't leave to go to the gym then because I had to be home for this woman to come over. So that was just poor timing, but that's okay. But as I was explaining to her, one of the reasons that I would, like, yes, my job as the housewife is to do the cleaning, but there's some things that just due to the nature of my physical disability, I'm terrible at, like scrubbing things and anything that requires elbow grease, because of the way that my triceps don't work, like, at all. And if you think about it, like, when you're scrubbing counters and you're scrubbing things, you're usually pushing down and using your tricep muscles, which most people take completely for granted because they have functioning tricep muscles. But when you don't, like, my husband doesn't understand. He's like, why is there always like extra like grime and stuff on the counters? I'm like, you don't understand. I wash I don't wash, like, thoroughly. I wipe them down. I spray them with something and wipe them down almost every day. I'm like, if there's something that gets on there, I cannot scrub it off. And it's the same with like the showers. I can't scrub the showers. That would just be far too much energy expelled for it to be worth it. So at the end of the day, the whole point is that even though I'm here to clean most of the house, there are still things my husband has to come home and do on the weekends. Not every weekend, but every so often, at least once a month. Like, I'm like, babe, can you thoroughly scrub the floors and the counter, or not the counters, well, I make him do that too. Just the counters, I think almost every weekend. But the shower, everyone's be like, it's time to get a thorough scrub in there. Like, I do like the Tilex, like the maintenance spray stuff after I shower. I spray that stuff in there. But anyway, so I'm like, this would be a really mutually beneficial thing. Haven't been able to talk to him about it yet because I basically haven't heard from my husband in 2 days except for a couple text messages. Like, apparently work is swamping him. Whatever. He comes home tomorrow in theory, so I guess we could talk then. So that happened, and then I just was fed. I was to the point of not being able to focus on work anymore. I just kept getting distracted, kept picking up my phone. I couldn't get my brain to focus. And this was at like 5 o'clock. So I was like, you know what? Fine. So I made myself some dinner, which you guys saw. And then I was like, maybe, I'm like, there is no rain yet, which has been threatening to come since 10 a.m. Maybe I'll go for another walk and I'll go over to my parents' house. So that's what I did. I went to my parents' house, walked Gracie for quite some time, or not a lot of time, but we went a very far distance. I moved pretty fast. It's nice when you don't have to keep your dog from running into a street filled with cars. You go places a lot faster. And then we stayed and played with Alice for a while, and I just didn't film any of it. It was hysterical, though. Oh my gosh, they are hysterical together. They are going to grow up to be best friends, I swear to you. Oh man, they were so funny. And Gracie... You see that tired little lump right there? That is what's left of the dog after her 2 walks today and her long play session with Alice. She's so tired. which is great because then she'll sleep and go to bed without complaint. And then when I was at my parents' house, my youngest sister, Deanna, who is the baker in the family, made like mini apple pies, but like not mini, like personal size pies. I can't even explain to you the size of the thing without having to get up. But it wasn't like a little stupid mini pie, but it wasn't like a full pie. Anyway, she made like apple pies with like a crumble crisp topping thing, like the brown sugar, flour, butter mixture. Oh, love those. And she was kind enough to leave me one in the fridge. And she texted me earlier today. She's like, whenever you go over to mom and dad's house, the pie is in the fridge for you. So my dessert plan changed a little bit because I wanted to eat my stinking pie. What an unexpected treat. So I didn't eat the Halo Top, no problem. And I actually only ate about half the pie because I stopped wanting it. Like, it stopped tasting good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. It was a very good pie. But after a while, the return of the what's the term? Return on investment that I was getting for eating the calories was becoming less and less. So I stopped eating it. I was like, you know what? That's enough. I've had enough apple pie. Done. Which is pretty good. Usually I would have powered through, but I didn't power through, which was great. Sorry. It's time for me to go to bed. I didn't track it because I don't really know how to track it because I didn't weigh it or whatever. I gained those 5 points back, so I had 8 points left. I just washed it. Haven't had anything since the apple pie when I got home. No problem. And that's about it. And then I've been sitting on my butt because I hit my steps and I'm tired. Just out of nowhere, the wash of tired hit me. I was like, whew, all right, time to go to bed. And then I remembered that I have to like film a little closing bit for you guys and update you on the rest of my day. This has pretty much been a What I Ate on Weight Watchers vlog, hasn't it? Probably. That's okay, because I wasn't doing anything that was worth watching anyway. You just heard about my day. The only thing that would have been worth watching was Alice and Gracie because they're hysterical. But that's about it. So I'm going to get myself ready for bed, skincare, all that jazz, go to bed early. Oh, that sleep cycle app did the exact same thing that it did yesterday. It actually woke me up shortly after I regained enough consciousness to be like, if that app was smart, it would be going off right about now, and I'll be darned if this silly thing didn't go off like a minute later. It actually works. And another cool feature, I leave the thing on my bed, right? I'm going to have to put it on my nightstand when my husband comes back. But I had it on my bed. All you have to do to snooze it is like I literally just tap the bed. It's not even me touching my phone, but I touch next to my phone, and I don't know if it's the sound or whatever that snoozes it. I don't know. It's pretty cool. And another thing that it does is because the microphone is active to hear if you do things like snore, which I know I do. I always have. I really should go to a sleep therapist or whatever and get a CPAP machine because I probably have sleep apnea. The stupid app records you when you snore, and you can listen in 15-second increments to hear your snoring. Like, for real, this happens. And I was like, no way. So I was actually able to hear what I sound like when I'm asleep. Crazy. I couldn't even believe that it did that. So funny, but so practical at the same time. So loving the sleep cycle app. Going to be going and using it again very, very shortly. But I wanted to hop on here, fill you in on my day, and say goodnight. That's all that happened. So I ate great today, and completely on plan, except for and I count the peep as on plan because I tracked it. It was in my day, blah, blah, blah. Except for the little apple pie thing at the end of the day there. That's not too shabby for a regular old day. So thank you for watching. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. We are now over the hump, my friends. Friday is right around the corner. Happy day. And it is just now 11 o'clock. As you can tell by my grandfather clock. Anyway, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great night. I hope you have a great night. You're not watching this at night. Come on. Hope you had a great day. And I will see you all tomorrow.